Mage here, and welcome back to Avorion Season 2. Episodes 17 or 18, I believe it's 18 by now, not sure. But I guess I've worked up quite a bit of cash, played a bit between, tried to get it functioning by itself, but I think I need to first get fighters so I can place a captain to one of my stations. Fill it up with a bunch of fighters and then use the fighter to destroy anything that enters into my domain, as it could be mentioned. And I guess that should work, because then it's not something that's going to be as retarded as my normal ship, which is actually right here. Then I have to set it to actually go fight, and it loses its shield because it can't shoot very far. Actually, what I want to quickly do is swap over to this one. Go over there. Because I believe this one has a captain on it. And I have one fighter on here, so I'm probably gonna have my fighter as my main defense for right now. It's a single chain gun fighter, if you guys can remember. It's not gonna be very good, but it is going to be something at least. Order attack enemies. Shouldn't be slowing down the production, which is good. Let's swap over to this guy actually. What I wanted to see here is found station. What was it again that I was going to make? It was solar cells, if I remember correctly, because it's platinum, gold, energy cells. I am making the silicon and the energy cells so far. So in a platinum gold mine, and then I need a zinc mine. Zinc mine is going to have to end up somewhere else and at a later date. But for right now, I actually have everything I require for quite a bit of progress. Okay, I'm gonna be able to get the platinum and gold mine because I have 10 million. Enter a name here. That old mine. Combination of platinum and gold. I get it. It's kind of weird, but still. Something I came up with, so I'm gonna go with it. And this one doesn't actually have all of the extra stuff. A bit bigger. Right over there. I'm not gonna make it out of iron because I can't really afford too much else. Should be right there. There we go. I have enough of the other minerals, but the problem is that I want to use especially the actually want to use for some, how do I put that, hangers. I'm gonna start putting up some hangers and start getting quite a bit of awesome things up and running. Okay, now it's this side, and I placed right around. That's gonna make it easier for the people to park. It's gonna be slow for now, and plus I need to add in some stuff. So let's add in a shield generator. Should need to be a lot smaller than that, because I cannot afford that. Shouldn't be too bad. Now a generator on top of that. That's how much energy is this thing producing? Quite a lot more than it is using, which is good. I don't know if assembly, I get the feeling that assemblies do not work on mines. So I'm gonna do a cargo bay. Relative cargo bay though. Crew quarters. Oh yeah, I still need to do crew quarters, but I'll do crew quarter out of titanium. No, I don't need that much. I need about 500, maybe at most. Does it now have crew? It does not, no, but I can hire crew there. Just not the type of crew I want. Guess I'm gonna need a lot of mechanics and a lot of engineers. Hopefully I can get some of those here. Well, most of those here. No, I cannot. But I guess I'm in the perfect ship for doing a run for those things. Just gonna make sure I know which one needs it. One right there. Just make sure how much it requires, because if I do not know how much it requires, there's going to be about 3 engineers and 19, so get about 23 mechanics. Let's go to a place, let's go to over here. Might be a bit better, there's no enemy ships there or anything. Because this ship that I built, it is completely unarmed, but it is built for one reason. It has a lot of cargo, and if I go over here, you can see it has a ton. Was it crew quarters? It has 138 crew. Can hold up to 138 crew, which it uses about 40 crew in and of itself. Because all the generators are put in this thing, so it can hold a decent shield, stuff like that, decent hull. That way, it's a bit better, a bit better. Yeah, let's see here. Engineers. I'm gonna need about 3 mechanics and 23 engineers, which is the good way around, because this one has the engineers I require. Or was it the other way around? Let me see here. It was 3 engineers and 23 mechanics. I see. Mechanics run the things, engineers repair them. Ooh, that was close. So I'm only gonna need 3 of these. Crew. 3 of these. Hope they don't get leveled up in the meantime. There should be some mechanics over here. Yeah, it's 29 mechanics. Good. This isn't half as bad as the previous, like that energy factory of mine, because it required, I think it was 129 mechanics. It's a ridiculous amount. It didn't come standard with them, so I decided to just do it myself, go grab a bunch. I believe it's still a bit damaged, as far as I can remember. Engineers are still working on that. Don't really want to repair it because it's gonna take 15,000 iron. Oh, which I have enough, but it's got quite a lot of other things as well. Okay, mechanics, I'm gonna need about 23 of them. At least mechanics aren't as expensive. Now, it's down here, actually, surprisingly enough. Now, by the end of 2 episodes from now, basically 2 episodes from now, I want to have the zinc mine up as well, running and defended slightly. Just 1 or 2 fighters. Then I want to have a factory up as well in my main sector, which is going to be heavily defended, which is this one, where I'm going to have the 2 factories. I'm going to have everything, basically almost everything mined except for the zinc inside here, and then we're going to use the rest to we're going to bring in the zinc, deliver a large amount of zinc. Luckily I am not fighting, because the Zotan would be horrifying right now. Hoping that a bunch of pirates warp in, actually, so that could be entertaining for the Zotan. create another Zotan black hole again. For those of you who can remember that. Let's quickly go deliver all these things. Now what I would like is a way to like safely push asteroids. Because currently I cannot push an asteroid without destroying anything on this ship. If you push an asteroid, you're bound to lose a bit of hull. What I would like is a hull block that can actually allow for pushing of asteroids. Because say like this docking port, I don't want people getting bumped when they enter this docking port. I suppose I should have just chosen different docking ports, but where's the fun in that? Transfer those for these are looking for 13 mechanics. I mean 23 mechanics. 22, 23. You back, you over. Because I believe these are level 1. These are a bit higher level. Which I don't really want to waste. In any case, it should be running at full capacity right now. See how much it can hold. It can hold about 2,600 of both gold and platinum. Which is good, because that's some of the most expensive materials around. Besides if I get diamonds, because then if we take a look at this, where is the that one? It's that one right over there. Wait, let me just set it to follow. That's quickly. Let's make sure it's set to passive. Now what I wanted to show you guys was here. In here there was a jewelry factory. 18 million. It's gonna be expensive, but jewelry is a really good thing. It's really good at selling. What I could also do is perhaps go for sheep, but it's gonna take a lot. I'm producing the energy, I'm not producing water or oxygen, and I'm also not producing corn. For corn I'm gonna need water and energy cells, so not that big a problem. Distillery will actually allow me to make alcohol or liquor, which I did find a casino actually. When I went around earlier, there's a casino right there, which I could definitely sell that alcohol to, which would be great because alcohol can sell for a lot. I'm not quite sure how much, but quite a lot. But then of course it's 25,000, no, 20,550,000 credits, which is quite a crazy amount. And that's pretty much everything I had planned for this episode, just condensed into that small spot. But I don't want to like send out that river away or anything like that. I am out of credits though, so I suppose I could just expand the ship a bit. But how's my crew looking actually? Not very good. Let's look at how they're performing. 130% over, so it is a bit better than it would appear at first. This is titanium, tritium generators. Get some more tritium generators on here, because this ship always needs one thing extra, and that one thing just so happens to be power. Might be because I'm using some of the wait, what's it called? Hyperspace cores. Okay, it's not bad. Get rid of these hyperspace cores and extend them a little bit. So on 28, so I should still be able to handle it technically, yeah. I actually want it a bit bigger and still. The bigger I can get it, the better. Out of trinium, actually. It's 27,000. And that was too much again. There we go. Now let's see here. I can actually warp in one warp to the casino. Which is not bad. Not bad. But well, technically this ship is meant for one thing and one thing alone. Transporting things safely from one sector to the next. Which is exactly what it will achieve. In any case, it's about pirate. Oh, it's pirates. Yes, right. It's pirates. Yes, it's pirates. This is good. Because now that pirates are attacking my sector, they're getting attacked by the Zotan, which means the Zotan will stay longer. Which is exactly what I want, because it's gonna turn it into a Zotan hotspot. As long as I don't fire any weapons here, I won't actually need any defenses here. Because the Zotan will be an involuntary defense system. They didn't really volunteer for it, but they're gonna do it anyways because they're nice people. Zotan are nice. You mainly want to have a sector that's gonna be busy, like a lot of pirates attacking you and stuff like that. Because then you can have Zotan warp into your sector, and then they will just constantly fight. Zotan will stay because there's always combat. And because there's always combat, there's going to be pirates warping in. So it's basically infinite loop. Or because you've got factories and stuff here that are mainly undefended, they warp in to try and raid you, and then Zotan take care of them. Basically it's win-win. I currently have a protection agreement with the Zotan. That is a really weird sentence though. Because Zotan are usually everybody's enemies. See here, is this thing actually moving? It would not appear to. Order escort me. Yeah, well, apparently my late night last night because of power outage got the best of me because I'm staying quiet. Mainly because I can sleep. The main reason because I can I not speak? The main reason I couldn't sleep is because it was so bloody warm because my fan wasn't working. And it's about 34, 35 degrees Celsius during the day. So it gets quite warm, and in the middle of the night it's to the point where you're irritated that you can't even sleep. There's no other way of cooling down, for me anyways, right now. Probably need to invest in like a cooler or something. Just a simple way, try and figure out a way to jerry-rig a small cooler that's just going to cool down my room by a degree or two, especially during the nights. And while I'm recording, because while I'm recording I have to close the windows, the dogs outside are barking and driving me crazy. Because otherwise I need to try and edit out all of that, which is hard. And then there's also neighbors and stuff like that, and people inside the house, and so I can't really record with like an open door. I have to close the door, and it's a sealed unit, it's warm, gets warmer. So yeah, that's enough of me complaining. In any case, see you guys next episode. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more of this. And Next episode we're gonna do everything, well, most of what we can. We're probably going to I'm gonna try and work up enough credits in order to do the mines, like the other mine and the station, get the station up and running, because that would be great. Getting the secondary station up and then creating a bunch of solar cells to sell. That would be actually really preferred, because then I can start producing things and start selling things that's gonna make a lot more credits. Well then, see you guys next one, and goodbye.